right, with that being said, we are going to get to skating here, starting off with Jam 1 of our doubleheader. At the jam line, looks like I see our two starting jammers will be for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars, number 999, Animaniac. And for Carolina Roller Derby Bears, number 17, Outbreak Mego. All right, swoopy whistle means we're ready to go. The next whistle means we start skating. And we are off and going. Our first jam of our doubleheader is underway. Animaniac to the front of the pack, trying to break through this Carolina wall. Meanwhile, Outbreak Mego getting reset back behind Ice Wolf. And Animaniac to the outside, and Animaniac is your lead jammer. For those uninitiated, the lead jammer is given to the jammer who breaks through the pack first without being penalized. That means Animaniac is now eligible to begin scoring points. And she does, picking up her first 4 points of the game, passing all 4 opposing blockers. Outbreak Mego to the inside. Meanwhile, Animaniac looking for more points. Shovel to the outfield, put hands to hips, calling off the jam. She has an ability as the lead jammer. Picks up 3 more points. That'll give Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars an early 7-0 lead. And we line back up and do it all over again for 2 30-minute halves. Your jammers will be number 7, White Lie for Carolina, against number 8, Rest in Pieces for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And Reston, almost hopped through in the infield reset just to be sure she did not cut track. Meanwhile, White Lie getting hung up back behind the Big Easy Roller Girls blockers. But up front, we have a lead jammer. That is Rest in Pieces. Reston gets low to the inside, breaks through for points. White Lie following right behind as the pack moving toward turn number 3. Whistles blow, penalties in the pack. Illegal re-entry penalty on Carolina. Also, there's the other penalty, but 2 Carolina blockers will start the next jam in that 12-mile limit penalty box. It's like 3 points rung up there for Big Easy. Thank you, Scruff McDuff. 7-point jam in total, double their score now, 14-0. And they send number 757 Small Fry to the jam lineup against Ginger Clobbers for Carolina. Small Fry to the inside, through, and is lead jammer. Penalty whistle blows in the pack. Penalty against Rebel L for the All-Stars. Meanwhile, Small Fry slicing on the inside, gets to 4 points, calls off the jam. That'll increase the lead now 18-0 in favor of your All-Stars. That last jam brought to you by Brews Boutique, the world's biggest derby store. They sell derby skates, parts, protective gear, apparel, and more. Visit them online at brewsboutique.com. Here we go, Outbreak Mego jamming for Carolina. Animaniac once again jamming for Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And Animaniac around the outside picks up lead jammer once again, 2 for 2 on lead jammer statuses for Animaniac. And we have a star pass by Carolina to Pork Chop Sandwich. And those of you who have been Big Easy Roller Girls fans in the past few years, remember that name. She is a former Big Easy Roller Girls All-Star skater. We're glad to see her back skating here, even if it is with the opposing team. We're glad to have you back. quick 4-point jam there for Big Easy, gives them now 22. Carolina still looking for points. They will send number 7, White Lie, back out to the jam line against number 8, Rest in Pieces. Slow moving pack off the whistle, Reston to the outside, looking to get around, but White Lie finding a line on the inside and picks up lead jammer. First lead jammer status of the game for Carolina. White Lie looking now from the outside to get some points here. Finds a way through the pack, picks up the first 4 of the game for Carolina, and calls off the jam. Line it back up for jam number 6. Let's say Ginger Clobbers once again jamming for Carolina. Small Fry jamming for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Oh, body's hitting the floor right before the pivot line. Small Fry going to reset in the back. Oh, looks like she will receive a track cut penalty. That will send her to the 12-mile limit penalty box. Power jam for Carolina. First jammer penalty of the game for either team. Ginger Clobbers through the pack, but not quite with all the laundry. And now she's officially declared lead as she has the jammer cap on her helmet. Ginger Clobbers stuck into the inside, making a 4-point pass for Carolina. As the pack awaits in turn 3. Ginger Clobbers still enjoying that power jam. Takes a push from Cattle Lust. Meanwhile, able to continue, though. 4 points picked up by Ginger Clobbers. Small Fry back into the fray now for your All-Stars. And Ginger Clobbers calling off the jam from the ground. High block penalty assessed against Cattle Lust. So she will start the next jam in that 12-mile limit penalty box. 9-point jam for Carolina, closing that gap now, 22-13. Still early in the first half. Here we go, Animaniac wearing the star for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. That is once again Outbreak Mego for Carolina, but Animaniac threw around the outside and is your lead jammer. Animaniac now to the front of the field. Skates around the outside and in the Carolina pack. Picks up 4 points. Oh, Outbreak Mego taking a spill there in the back of the field. Meanwhile, Animaniac now skating around looking for additional points. Finds another outside edge. Skates through. Gets the 4 up in the air. Animaniac now looking for more points up front. That 3-wall set up by Carolina. But Anna able to break through the middle of it. Picks up another 4. Meanwhile, Outbreak Mego having some difficulty in the back of that pack. Big Easy Roller Girls defense doing some work in the back of the field. Multiplayer block picked up by Carolina. That's on Beck Booster. Meanwhile, 4 points picked up by Animaniac, who calls off the jam, but a point picked up at the end there for Outbreak Mego. That'll bring your score now 38-14. Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars, about 21 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the first half. That jam brought to you by our friends at Flambeau CrossFit, offering a free trial class and special pricing for teachers, first responders, military, and a buddy program. Check out our friends at Flambeau CrossFit.com. They're also on North Causeway, 505 North Causeway Boulevard, out in Metairie. Next jam, White Lie is a jammer for Carolina. Rest in Pieces, lead jammer, though, for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Star pass completed now by Carolina. Fanny Pack-a-Punch took the star, but unable to capitalize as Jam is called off. 4 points picked up by Rest in Pieces. These skaters are ready to get up and go once that next whistle blows. Looks like Small Fry jamming for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And Ginger Clobbers wearing the star for Carolina. Small Fry up to the front, trying to edge around the Carolina defense, trying to separate blockers. Oh, big hit in the front of the pack there by booking Banshee, but unable to keep Small Fry through from getting lead jammer. There she goes. And through the middle, Small Fry, one skate, drugged the back one in, stayed in bounds, gets the full 4-point pass. Ginger Clobber is able to fight through that pack now with Small Fry on the outside lane, gets through, hands on hips to call off the jam. That'll give her an 8-point jam, 50-14 now in favor of Big Easy. Want to thank our penalty box sponsor, 12 Mile Limit Cocktails, Barbecue, Cupcakes, Weekend Brunch. So many good times at 12 Mile Limit, 500 South Telemachus Street. Off we go, Animaniac wearing the star once again for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And she's through for lead jammer. Meanwhile, Outbreak Mego working in the pack, trying to get through herself. Now Animaniac reapproaches, digs in, now goes through the middle of the pack, gets some help from her blockers. Gets knocked outside by Fanny Pack-a-Punch. Skates through though, picks up 3 points, but also picking up 3 points is Outbreak Mego. So a 3-3 jam keeps your differential the same now. 53-17 is your score. Remember, stick around at halftime, folks. Our friends the Pussyfooters are going to be performing at halftime. Going to be a great, great performance. Glad to have them here tonight. And off we go. White Lie jamming for Carolina up against Rest in Pieces. Working as a fifth blocker there for a second was Reston. And the pack moving through turn number 1. White Lie tried to go inside, took a spill, took a bump from Maggie McChaos, rather. Now resetting back behind Ice Wolf. As meanwhile, Reston looking to go outside, uses those toe stops, gets around and picks up lead jammer. And a star pass completed by Carolina to Porkchop Slamwich. Reston says, no mas, we're going to stop the jam right here. She gets an additional 4 points for Big Easy, so 57-17, an even 40-point differential now at about 17 minutes, 19 seconds to go in our first half. And a second official review going to be called here by Carolina. It's the first stoppage of the game. Okay, it looks like Carolina is looking for a track cutting call against Big Easy's jammer prior to lead jammer being awarded in the last jam. After review, our head referee, James Bondage, informing our teams that the no call will stand. That means Carolina loses a review and they will not retain for the first half. So we're going to get back to skating momentarily here, folks. Looks like when we do, our jammers will be small fry for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars and ginger clobbers for Carolina. And back we go to skating. Tight pack off the whistle, still might barely past the jam line. Small fry taking a spill to the front of that pack. Tough Carolina wall in the front. That allows, ginger clobbers through on the inside, through that hole, picking up lead jammer. Take a penalty assessed to Slazy for Carolina as the jam is called off. 2 points picked up by ginger clobbers. That last jam brought to you by Mappa Glow. They've been proudly serving New Orleans and the North Shore for over 15 years. Call them for all your residential or commercial cleaning needs. Off we go. That is Outbreak Mego wearing the star for Carolina up against Animaniac for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And Animaniac fights through the pack and is your lead jammer. And Anna fakes through the outside, wide open lane, all the way to 4 points. And Animaniac, wow, nicely done on the outside, picks up the 4 points, calls it off. 1 point, though, was earned by Carolina at the end of the jam. So an 8-1 jam now. Big Easy Roller Girls 65, Carolina 20, 15 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go, jam number 14. That is number 7, White Lie for Carolina. Number 8, Rest in Pieces, jamming for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Both teams setting up some tight wall work early in this jam, barely into turn number 1. Reston is leaning on that Carolina wall, trying to find a solution. And spins through on the inside and does solve it, getting through all the way to lead jammer Glory. Pack still in turn 1. Reston trying to dash through on the inside. Trying to keep her balance. Going to reset just to be safe. You know, White Lie working up front. Also getting knocked to the outfield. Resetting back behind Brutalicious. Multiplayer block assessed to Carolina. Fanny Pack-a-Punch to the 12-mile limit penalty box. 4 points picked up by Rest in Pieces. Reston trying to push those blockers past the 20-foot engagement zone. Able to get through and earn 4 points. And now Reston, to the inside. Takes a hit right in the middle from Book and Banshee. But able to break around on the outside. Skates through for an additional 4 points. Reston working on a 12-point jam as we skate. White Lie trying to bust through the pack. Takes out Reese's Cutter Cup. Now trying to get around Brutalicious. Joined by Papaya on Fire and Tangles. Reston through on the outside for 4 points. As both jammers now trying to work back to the pack as Reston calls off the jam. That'll be a 16-0 jam there in favor of your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. That gives them now 81. Carolina at 20. 12 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the first half. That jam brought to you by Mountain Pure, Louisiana's first CBD company. Visit mountainpurecbd.com for more information. Off we go, Small Fry wearing the star for Big Easy. Ginger Clobbers jamming for Carolina. Small Fry had to kind of lean out for a second there and to get back in the back of the field. Meanwhile, Ginger Clobbers up in the front of the pack, pushing on that Big Easy Roller Girls wall. Braced up front by Ice Wolf. It's like joined by Camina Piranha, Maggie McChaos, and Frida Beast. Penalty whistles blow in the pack. Not seeing anybody reporting in that penalty box. Oh, we have a jammer penalty on Ginger Clobbers. That means we have a power jam for Small Fry, who is also your lead jammer. So opportunity here for Big Easy to open that gap up a little more. Only jammer on track is Small Fry. Nice work up front by Fanny Pack-a-Punch, keeping Small Fry at bay as long as she could, but Small Fry able to keep going and earn the 4 points. Pack in turn 3, Small Fry bobbing and weaving, gets shuffled to the infield by Fanny Pack-a-Punch. And Small Fry finding a wide open inside lane, picks up an additional 4 points. Pack still sitting in the turn 3-4 apex. Oh, Small Fry tried to possibly hop the apex, didn't quite stick it, gonna reset and try it again. Moving through the pack, whistle blows mid-pack. High block penalty assessed to Ice Wolf. And jam will be called off. 3 more points picked up by Small Fry. 11 points in total gives Big Easy 92, Carolina 20. 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go in our first half. And off we go. That is on Outbreak Mego jamming for Carolina, but your lead jammer is Animaniac for Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Animaniac, hopping the apex, but couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Going to be forced to call it off as Outbreak Mego approached on her 6. No points picked up for either team on that jam. Which is the first scoreless jam we've had either in the game or in quite a long time. Remember at halftime, I see him kind of down there getting ready. The Pussyfooters are going to be performing for you at halftime. We also have another great game coming up right after this one as Big Easy Roller Girls second line takes on Acadiana Roller Derby out of Lafayette. Off we go, White Lie jamming for Carolina. Rest in pieces for Big Easy. Moving forward, rest in pieces, trying to get through that pack. There she goes, lead jammer, rest in pieces. Peach Clobber going to bring White Lie back almost to the jam line on a reset. Meanwhile, Reston is through for 4 points. And start pass completed by Carolina to number 911, Pork Chop Sandwich. And it's like a 3-point pass for Reston on a no pass, no penalty. Didn't earn the full 4 points. And Reston decides to call off the jam, keeping Chop from scoring any points. So with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go, Big Easy knocking on the door 100 at 99, Carolina 20. Hey, you're right. I like that. Here we go. Small Fry jamming for Big Easy up against Ginger Clobbers for Carolina. Small Fry fighting to the front of that pack, and Small Fry gets through for lead jammer. Penalties picked up by both teams. J.O. with the KO to the box for Carolina. Catalust to that 12-mile limit box for Big Easy. Jam is called. Small Fry comes through at 4 points. That'll put Big Easy over that century mark. 103. Carolina still at 20. I see you dancing out there, Mego. Whistle blows, away we goes. Animaniac skating for Big Easy Roller Girls as the jammer. Outbreak Mego, though, almost through for lead. Broke through on one skate there, but gonna get reset all the way back at the jam line behind Carmina Piranha. And now Animaniac getting reset back behind Fanny Pack-a-Punch. And Animaniac fighting her way through, does earn lead jammer. But Outbreak Mego hot on her wheels. As both jammers coming back to the pack now, Animaniac decides discretion, the better part of valor, calls it off. Score remains the same, 103-20 in favor of your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Right at 6 minutes and change till halftime. Remember to visit our baked goods table over there on track level in our vendor village area to get some sweet treats baked with love by your Big Easy Roller Girls. Rest in Pieces is your jammer for the Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And Pork Chop Sandwich jamming for the first time at the start of the jam for Carolina. And Reston able to break through and earn lead. Clockwise block assessed to White Lie for Carolina. And Reston ducking low to the inside, gets through, picks up 4 points. Pork Chop Sandwich, of course, knows Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars all too well. Skated with a whole lot of these skaters while she was here. Meanwhile, Reston is through for 4 points. Chop now trying to break through, gets bumped out by Tangles. Meanwhile, Reston hopping the apex in turn 4, picking up 4 points. That wall of black and gold leaning in there on Pork Chop Sandwich. Meanwhile, Reston hot-shotting on the outside, picks up an additional 4. Reston working on 16 points as we roll. Oh, plows right into that Carolina wall. Pork Chop Sandwich able to skate around now, but Reston decides to call off the jam, picks up the 4 points. 20-point jam for Rest in Pieces against Big Easy, 124. Carolina still sitting at 20 at 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go till halftime. That last jam brought to you by a official timeout, a Hi-Ho Lounge team timeout called by Carolina. Speaking of Hi-Ho Lounge, you work hard, take a well-deserved timeout with our friends at Hi-Ho Lounge, their neighborhood bar and their live music venue located in the burgeoning arts district here on St. Claude Avenue in the Marigny. And not only are they a great sponsor of Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars, but that is where our after party is tonight, Hi-Ho Lounge, 2239 St. Claude Avenue. And speaking of, there's a great deal going on there at Hi-Ho Lounge tonight, an all-night happy hour. If you purchase a $5 wristband when you get to the Hi-Ho Lounge tonight for your after party, you get happy hour prices all night long. That includes $3 well drinks, $1 off all beer, $2 Miller High Life, $4 Irish whiskey, and $2 off all draft pitchers. Only with that special wristband for $5 at the door, and proceeds from that wristband go to your Big Easy Roller Girls. So make sure you take part in that when you go to the after party tonight at Hi-Ho Lounge. Off we go. Small fry jamming forward. Big Easy. Oh, wow. Through the pack. Lee Jammer going to go to Carolina. Ginger clobbers. Found a seam on the outside and skated through to Lee Jammer glory. And what a glory it is. And Jam will be called off. Off we go here, jam number 22, Animaniac, jamming for Big Easy, but Lee Jammer gonna go to Outbreak Mego for Carolina. As Mego found an inside seam and busted through for Lee Jammer status. Telling her pack to move it, move it. And Mego gonna call off the jam, picks up 2 points, but 2 points also picked up by Big Easy. Your score now 126-23 in favor of Big Easy. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Off we go, Carmina Piranha jamming for the first time tonight for Big Easy, and wow! Through the inside, Carmina Piranha is your lead jammer. White Lie, meanwhile, jamming for Carolina. Mina knocked to the outside, but able to continue. Oh, takes a bump from J.O. with the KO. Meanwhile, booking Banshee to the 12-mile limit penalty box. And Mina able to skate through on the outside, earns the 4-point pass. Mina trying to go to the outside. Ever so slightly nudged to the outside and going to reset. Oh, now to the inside. It's another big bump there from J.O. with the KO. But able to keep going. 4 points for Carmina Piranha. White Lie working in the front of the field, runs up on Frida Beast. Track cutting penalty assessed to White Lie. She will go to that 12-mile limit penalty box. Power jam for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. 4 points for Carmina Piranha, looking for more. Tries to edge to the outside, now finds an inside gap right on through and calls off the jam. With 50 seconds to go, that will freeze White Lie in the penalty box as the Carolina jammer. So we're going to start this next jam, which could be our last jam of the first half, as a power start. Your score now 142-23. Big Easy still with the lead. 30 seconds flat to go on the game clock. And Small Fry is away. Remember, if the game clock does run out, we will run till the jam clock is over or the jam is called. Lee Jammer is given the Small Fry because she earned it. Small Fry to the outside, now plowing right into that Carolina wall. Contact penalty initiated to White Lie, coming back in as the jammer. She's right back into that 12-mile limit penalty box. Power jam will continue for Big Easy. And the period clock has hit 0. So we're going to go on the jam clock or until the jam is called off. Small Fry now resetting back in turn 2, looking for points. Goes to the inside. And she picks up 4 points. A high block penalty picked up, though, by Cattle Lust. And Small Fry looking for more points now. Through the middle, splits the difference on the Carolina defense, picks up 4. Gets the signal from her bench to keep going. And now the pack coming through turn number 4. Small Fry to the outside. Give her another 4 points. Big Jam now, 12 points as we roll for Small Fry. And Small Fry calls off the jam. 2 points, though, earned by Carolina before the call-off. That will be your halftime score, Derby fans. Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars 154, Carolina Roller Derby 25. Don't go too far, folks. Remember, we have a great halftime performance coming up by our friends, the Pussyfooters. We're going to get that queued up in a second. If you're going to step out, make sure you go visit our vendor village down on trackside level or visit our concession stand in the lobby area, but don't go too far. As we said, our friends, the Pussyfooters, are going to perform in a moment. And then second half of this game coming at you. All right, Derby fans, give it up for the Pussyfooters. Would we like to start over? Would we like to start over? Takes a bump from Rebel L, but keeps going. Skating backwards in the inside lane, calls off the jam, gets the full 4-point pass. So Carolina striking first here in the second half. That first jam brought to you by Skate Country West Bank, located at 1100 Terry Parkway in Gretna. They do online bookings for birthday parties and private parties. Visit them online, skatecountrywb.com. All right, here we go. That is Animaniac wearing the star for the Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. White Lie is the jammer for Carolina. And Animaniac fighting on the outside, breaks through, and she's your lead jammer. And Animaniac slicing, dicing through the pack, picks up the full shark fin of points. That's 4, by the way. Want to give a quick shout out, thank you to all of our officials, both on skates and off. Want to thank y'all all so much for your hard work. We very much appreciate you. Here we go, Small Fry wearing the star for Big Easy on the outside. Small Fry through for lead jammer. Looks like Ginger Clobbers with the star for Carolina. I see a track cut call being assessed to Carolina. Oh, it's going to go against Ginger Clobbers. Joined in the pack by Beck Booster in the penalty box. Sorry, that 12-mile limit penalty box. And at Power Jam now for Big Easy Roller Girls. Small Fry knocked to the outside, going to reset back in turn 2. Striding through the inside, gets to 4 points. Pack awaiting Small Fry now, looking for more points on the outside this time. Finds her way around for 4. All 80 wheels are back on the track as bodies hitting the floor. But Small Fry keeps on rolling. 4 points. Ginger Clobbers also able to maneuver her way around. Small Fry finding that outside gap, gets through, calls it off. Give her 3 points. 15-point jam in total for Small Fry. Gets Big Easy 173, Carolina 29. Whistle blows, away they goes. We promise it's the start of the jam. Rest in pieces, jamming for Big Easy. Outbreak Mego again wearing the star for Carolina. And Mego to the inside, hops through, picks up lead for Carolina. That's 2 for 2 this half. Lead jammer status is for Outbreak Mego. Pack starting to move now through turn number 4. Suicide Quads and Brutalicious and Catalustra up there up front for Big Easy. Jam is called. Both jammers get 3 points. That gives us a score now of 176 for Big Easy, 32 for Carolina. And that's White Lie wearing the star for Carolina on the outside, and White Lie through for lead jammer. Meanwhile, Animaniac countering for Big Easy. Pack moving through turn number 2. Both jammers moving post haste. White Lie going to call it off from the outside. Looks like 3 points, though, picked up by Animaniac. Refs conferring for points for Carolina. No points for Carolina. So 3-0 jam for Big Easy gives them now 179. Carolina 32. We start with all 80 wheels on the track. Small Fry jamming for Big Easy. Ginger Clobbers jamming for Carolina. And Small Fry on the inside, but we have a stoppage of play. Jam is going to be stopped real quick. Think everybody's okay. Want to make sure everybody's okay before we get back to going here. We do have our medics on the track just in case. We want to thank our medics for being here. All of our volunteers. This is a volunteer sport, ladies and gentlemen. We are all volunteers in roller derby. So everybody here is a volunteer, but the ones who are not on skates volunteering their time and efforts, we greatly, greatly appreciate everything you do for us. So the jam was stopped. And it looks like Ginger Clobbers will be brought back to the bench because she was the skater for which the stoppage came, so she will have to sit out the next 3 jams. As per rule, if you are the one that causes a stoppage of a jam, you must sit out the next 3 jams. All right, our head referee, James Bynich, talking over with his crew. We will tell you about that crew right now. Head referee, of course, is James Bynich, joined by Piratical, Kwama Sutra, Scruff, McDuff, Phoenix, The Grunt, Mad Jack Churchkill, and Surge Arrester. I want to thank our awesome referee crew, keeping us in line on the track, and our awesome NSO crew headed up by the one and only Countess, keeping our statistics hot, fresh, and accurate. Just a reminder, if you got a sweet tooth and it's starting to kind of bug you a little bit, we have that Big Easy Roller Girls baked goods table right down below trackside. Official timeout. We're not quite ready to go back yet. But that baked goods table right down there in the corner by the merch table, right by the bar right there, we have some really, really good baked goods there made by your Big Easy Roller Girls for purchase. So if you would like some sweet goods, check that table out. Also, right next to them, of course, is our merchandise table. If you would like Big Easy Roller Girls t-shirts, pins, buttons, patches, all that good stuff, you can go down there and get that available for purchase. Show your Big Easy Roller Girls pride. And we're back to skating. Small Fry wearing the star for Big Easy up against Outbreak Mego for Carolina. Small Fry trying to dance on an outside line. Oh, but takes the hit out. Courtesy of number 87. I'm sorry, 67, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But Small Fry did get through for lead jammer. Well, Cataluff, meanwhile, heads to that 12-mile limit penalty box. Whoa, multiplayer block going to be picked up by Tyrannosaurus Rex for Carolina. Jam is called. 4 points in the air for Big Easy. That gives them now 183. Carolina at 32. 22 minutes and 52 seconds to go in our game. Lead jammer goes to rest in pieces. Reston breaks through, picking up that Sharks fin, 4 points. Meanwhile, Pack sitting in the outside of turn number 2. Track cut penalty was assessed to White Lie. That means we have a Big Easy Roller Girls Power Jam. Reston hands to hips, calls off the jam, picks up another 4. And that will give us a power start next time around. Looks like Big Easy will send number 999, Animaniac, to the jam line for the power start. And away we go. Animaniac wearing the star for Big Easy on this power start. Trying to go outside. Finds a lane. Away she goes, Animaniac, your lead jammer. Pack still sitting in the turn 1 and 2 apex. As Anna looking for some points. Knocked to the outside, going to reset quickly. And splits the middle, breaks on through, picks up 4 points. White Lie trying to spin around the blocks of Catalust and Suicide Quads. Meanwhile, Animaniac is through and clear for another 4. And jam will be called. 8-point jam for Big Easy, puts them over 200 now. 203, Carolina 32. 20 minutes and 10 seconds left on the game clock. That last jam brought to you by Tsukimi Photography. Our friend Nick Brown of Tsukimi Photography. He is our official photographer. Haven't seen him in the house yet, but I think he'll be here later taking some great photos. But you can check him out online at Tsukimi Photography, Facebook and Instagram. He has some really, really great pictures of not just Big Easy Roller Girls, but all kind of different events. He could be your photographer too. Meanwhile, Lee Jammer is through Ginger Clobbers for Carolina, followed closely by Carmina Piranha for Big Easy. And the jam will be called off. Mina picks up a couple though. 2 points, keeping Carolina off the board. Also want to thank our friends at Big Easy Buka. They support the health and well-being of Gulf Coast communities by sourcing from small farmers and pouring a portion of its proceeds back into regional charities. Check out our friends at Big Easy Buka. Make some quality Buka products. Here we go. Rest in pieces is your jammer for Big Easy. Outbreak Mego jamming for Carolina. Rest into the outside, not ducks to the inside, gets through, and is lead jammer. Resting, oh, takes flight, but couldn't quite nail the landing. Gonna have to reset back in turn 1 and try to break through again. As the pack moving through turn number 2, Resting gets low on the inside. Picks up the 4 points. Jockeying for position in that pack. Outbreak Mego fights her way around, but meanwhile, Reston gets through, picking up points, and now calls off the jam. 8-point jam for Rest in Pieces, now 2:13 for Big Easy. Carolina still at 32. Just under 18 minutes left in the game. Off we go, Small Fry wearing the black and gold star for Big Easy up against the White Lie for Carolina. Small Fry is through and Lee Jammer. Ice Wolf sent to that 12-mile limit penalty box. Big Easy working the pack forward. Now Small Fry sure whipping off Maggie McChaos. Gets the 4 points, calls the jam off. I'm sorry, 4 for Carolina, 2 points for Big Easy on that one. So 36 now for Carolina, 215 for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. Bringing it back in time with a pivot line start for our blockers. Animaniac jamming up against Ginger Clobbers. Oh, a back block penalty assessed to Ginger Clobbers. That means we have a power jam for Big Easy and your lead jammer is Animaniac. Animaniac to the inside, completes the scoring pass, give her 4 points. And moving forward now, Pack heading toward turn number 3. Animaniac trying to fight through the front, slips through but goes quickly out of bounds. Going to try to reset, instead calls off the jam. Give 3 points to Animaniac on that pass, 7 points in total on the jam. 222 for Big Easy, Carolina 36. That last jam brought to you by Audubon Dental Group, located at 6120 Magazine Street here in New Orleans. Give them a call at 891-7471. Audubon Dental Group. Off we go here. Rest in pieces through on the outside. Lead jammer goes to Big Easy. Ginger Clobbers jamming for Carolina. Gets reset back behind the jam line. Meanwhile, Refton's picking up points. Ginger Clobbers taking a spill before the pivot line. And we're going to go ahead and stop the jam. Medics to the track, please. Medics to the track. Want to make sure everybody's safe. Remember, y'all see it out there. Derby is a full contact sport. Again, this is why we have our great medic staff here to make sure everybody's okay. This is why we always wear all the pads and helmets you see. We practice safety the utmost. And it's like Ginger's going to get up and head back. We hope she's okay. Hope it's nothing too serious and she's back out on the track as soon as possible. Tough skater there for Carolina. It's like a penalty was assessed to Ginger Clobbers before the injury stoppage. So it looks like Pork Chop Slamwich will serve the penalty time for Ginger in the 12-mile limit penalty box. So we will have a powered start for Big Easy when we get back going here with jam at number 15 of our second half. Quick thank you to another great sponsor of Big Easy Roller Girls, Ferret Market. First Saturday of the month, except for June, July, and August that are not going right now because it's really too hot to be out there right now, y'all. But starting back up in September, Ferret Market, first Saturday of the month, located at Ferret and Napoleon. It's a very, very cool market they do every first Saturday of the month. You can find really, really cool food items, artwork, flea market event, live music, kids area, so many cool things at Ferret Market. Remember, after this game is done, we have one more to go. Your Big Easy Roller Girls second line take the track against the Acadiana Roller Derby. Our friends coming from Lafayette, Louisiana area, my old stomping ground. Glad to have Acadiana here playing against second line tonight. Glad to have Carolina coming into town to play our All-Stars. And off we go now. Jam 15, Small Fry is your jammer. Through in front for lead. Remember, it was a power start for Big Easy. Small Fry, the only jammer on track at the moment. As Porkchop Sandwich still in that 12-mile limit penalty box. Small Fry skating through on one skate, kept it upright, picked up 4 points. Suicide quads on a penalty to that 12-mile limit penalty box. Small Fry, tried to go outside, couldn't quite stay in bounds. Small Fry now moving forward, trying to put some more points on the board. Carolina trying to shut her down. Meanwhile, Porkchop Sandwich back out on the track for Carolina. Small Fry with the off-balance call-off. Does get 3 points. 7 in total on the jam gives now Big Easy 2:35. Carolina still sitting at 36. 13 minutes and 42 seconds left on the game clock. Off we go. Animaniac is your jammer for Big Easy up against Outbreak Mego for Carolina. Mego, keeps it in bounds, dances to the inside line, and picks up lead jammer. Pack sitting in turn 2 as Mego approaches now looking for points. Puts up against Suicide Quads, calls it off as Animaniac came in hot. Does get 1 point, Animaniac. 4 points picked up by Outbreak Mego. Carolina breaks a scoreless streak going on for a while there. Now at 40. Big Easy Roller Girls 2:36. Carmina Piranha is your jammer for Big Easy. White Lie jamming for Carolina. And Carmina Piranha using the hips from Brutalicious to swerve around and pick up lead jammer. Credit the blocker assist to Brutalicious on that one. Whistle blows in the pack. A contact penalty. Looks like assessed to White Lie. That's going to mean a power jam for Big Easy. Carmina Piranha now the only jammer on track, looking for points. Skips through on the inside. Give her 4 points. And Mina goes to the edge now. Taking a spill, button up against J.O. with the KO. Looking for an outside gap, but Carolina trying to shut down that wall. Brutalicious trying to open up a gap on the inside for her jammer. Meanwhile, White Lie back out into the fray for Carolina. Stuck in the back of the pack. Mina able to break through and picks up the 4. Moving around now, back into turn 2, through turn 1 into turn 2. Mina trying to dance around the back of that pack. Getting tangled up with Fanny Pack-a-Punch. But able to hop, skip, and jump through the pack. Picks up the 4 points, calls off the jam, does Carmina Piranha. 16-point jam. That'll give Big Easy 252, Carolina 40. That jam brought to you by our friends at Dr. Shoemaker and Shoemaker Chiropractic, located at 221 West Judge Perez Boulevard in Chalmette. Away we go. Pork chop sandwich jamming for Carolina through the pack and lead jammer. Meanwhile, jamming for Big Easy at his suicide quads. Track cut call called in the pack. Looking for the guilty party. Believe it's on Carolina. Jam is called. 3 points picked up by Pork Chop Sandwich. Gets a little high five from her former teammate. Rest in pieces. Even though she's wearing different team colors, we're glad to see Chop back in New Orleans, even for a weekend. Here we go, Small Fry jamming for Big Easy. Ginger Clobber's back out in the on the track for Carolina. Good to see her back out and skating. Small Fry trying to edge to the inside, gets knocked out by Jo with the KO. Oh, nice, getting low on the outside. Small Fry for lead jammer. Somebody give Small Fry some chips for that bean dip. Woo, that was low. Ginger Clobber's getting knocked to the inside with Peach Clobber. A couple of clobbers going at it there. Jam is called. Like an official timeout going to be called. Official Hi-Ho Lounge team time. Official Hi-Ho Lounge official timeout. So officially check out our official sponsor friends, Hi-Ho Lounge, which is where our after party will be tonight. I told you about it earlier. We have that awesome drink special. $5 to get you a bracelet at the door. You get happy hour drink prices all night long at Hi-Ho Lounge. And proceeds from that wristband go to benefit your Big Easy Roller Girls. We're going to move now into a Hi-Ho Lounge team timeout called by Carolina. That'll stop the clock at 8 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the game. As I was saying, that $5 wristband at the door at Hi-Ho Lounge for our after party gets you $3 well drinks, $1 off all beer, $2 Miller High Lifes, $4 Irish whiskeys, and $2 off all draft pitchers, only with that wristband. So make sure you get that when you get to the after party tonight at Hi-Ho Lounge. They are located at 2239 St. Claude Avenue in the Marigny. We can't wait to see you there if you are of age. Come on down to Hi-Ho Lounge tonight. Taking a quick stoppage, we have one of our skaters for Big Easy, Small Fry, getting looked at by our awesome mechs. Thank you very much, Steele and Chris, for being our EMTs. Also want to remind y'all, make sure y'all visit our merch table, our Big Easy Roller Girls merch table. I see a few people down there right now checking out what we have. You too can score some sweet Big Easy Roller Girls merch. And it is quite sweet, I must say. And here we go, jamming in jam number 20, and is Animaniac for your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars, fighting in the front of the pack. Meanwhile, Outbreak Mego in the back, stuck behind a Big Easy Roller Girls wall. Animaniac getting reset all the way back behind the jam line by Fanny Pack-a-Punch. But Anna able to cycle through, get back to the front, and pick up lead jammer. Animaniac now trying to backward skate through the last couple of blockers for Carolina. Makes it through. Give her 4 points. Pack all really together in turn number 1. Outbreak Mego finding an inside lane. Meanwhile, Animaniac on the outside had to fight through that one. She gets to 4 points. And Anna calls off the jam. 8-point jam in total for Big Easy gives them 263. Carolina at 43. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go on the game clock. Want to remind everybody that outside line we have is cool to sit at if you're an adult. We don't want kids around the outside of the track. It's very dangerous. Skaters can come out there and fall into you. So we're asking if you have small children by the track, please move them back about an additional 3 or 4 feet so they're not in any trouble of getting injured or don't wander onto the track. Back to the action. Rest in pieces through for lead jammer. Oh, a penalty picked up by Porkchop. Sandwich for Carolina. Track cutting is the call. Takes a seat in that 12-mile limit penalty box. Power jam now for Rest in Pieces. Reston is through for 4 points. Reston looking on the outside, getting some help from her blocker, Reese's Cutter Cup. Gets around, does pick up the 4 points. Reston plowing through the block of Jo with the KO. Makes it through the pack for another 4. As now Porkchop Sandwich back into the fray for Carolina. Escorted out of bounds by Catalust. Meanwhile, Reston up front trying to stretch those last 2 Carolina blockers out. Trying to get around White Lie and Steph Infection. Does make it through for the full 4 points. Oh, Reston taking a glancing blow from Tyrannosaurus Hex. Resetting in the back, now trying to get around the block of Jo with the KO. Porkchop Sandwich also getting reset, and this time back behind Catalust. Moving forward now, Reston through the inside. Completes the scoring pass. Porkchop Sandwich knocked outside, courtesy of Suicide Quads. As the jam comes to an end. If you're looking at the scoreboard, the 43 for Carolina is not, they have 43 points, but it wasn't in one jam. So ignore that part. They do have 43. 20-point jam for Big Easy, though, gives them 283. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left on the game clock. I see Ginger Clobbers wearing the star for Carolina. Takes a bump out from the Berg jammer, Carmina Parada, who just decides to go backwards. But Ginger Clobbers not taking the bait. Both jammers seem pretty content to just sit there and kind of wait it out. Carmina Parada with the jammer knockout, with trying to bring Ginger Clobbers all the way back, but to no avail. So Mina's going to go back up and progress forward to try to pick up Ginger Clobbers. There she goes. Oh, Mina tried to hop the apex there. Couldn't quite clear it all the way through. Ooh, bodies hitting everywhere in that pack. Whistle blows in the pack. Contact penalty assessed to somebody, to Peach Clobber. Meanwhile, Ginger Clobbers is through the pack. Is not lead, though. That's Carmina Parana. And she's going to call it off. A back block picked up by Small Fry at the end of that jam. So Big Easy going to start with 2 blockers in a 12-mile limit penalty box, one of which is the pivot. So 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. 283 for Big Easy. 43 for Carolina. Animaniac is your jammer for Big Easy. Outbreak Mego for Carolina, and Mego on the inside. Skates through, finds a hole, and picks up lead jammer. Pack moving through turn 2 to turn 3 now. Mego looking for points. Butts up on suicide quads, calls it off. 4 points picked up by Outbreak Mego, keeping Big Easy off the board. Penalty assessed to suicide quads at the end of the action there. So closing in on the last 2 minutes of the game, official timeout, official Hi-Ho Lounge timeout. Once again, our after party tonight will be at Hi-Ho Lounge, located on St. Claude Avenue in the Marigny. 2239 St. Claude. Remember, we do have that $5 special at the door. If you are of age to consume alcohol, for $5 you get a bracelet. You will have happy hour prices all night long. And those purchases for those bracelets, the proceeds go to Big Easy Roller Girls. So if you want those happy hour discount prices and you want to help Big Easy Roller Girls at the same time, buy yourself a happy hour bracelet when you walk in the door at Hi-Ho Lounge tonight. But before that game, for that after party, after this game, we have one more game to go. Your Big Easy Roller Girls second line will face off with the Acadiana Roller Derby. Want to say a big hi to our friends down there in our VIP only section, trackside. I see y'all down there. Hope y'all are having a good time and enjoying the game. Thank you. I am told people are having a great time, and I love hearing that. I hope y'all are all having an outstanding time here tonight at our doubleheader. It's our second to last doubleheader event of the year. We have one more left next month, and that'll be the end of our home season. So if you want to come out to get our last few games, then we have a triple header going on in August for our August game. Not only do we have Big Easy Roller Girls second line and All-Stars, but we also have the return of the New Orleans Brass men's roller derby team. Also has male and female skaters, not just men. So, but Brass is coming back and they're playing against Houston's Roughnecks men's team. It'll be a whole lot of fun. They'll kick off the action in our August game. So make sure you're here for that. You get a 3-for in August. That'd be a great way to close out our season. Fisher Review going to be called now. And it looks like head coach Chief from Big Easy is requesting a destruction of pack penalty against Carolina from the last jam. Our referees will confer and we will give you a decision shortly. While we're waiting on that, remember, you can get your crawfish for the crawfish toss at halftime of our next game. 1 for $3, 2 for $5, and 5 for $10. We're going to chuck them in a bucket or in a pot at halftime of our next game. If you're closest to the center of that pot or in the pot, you win half the total earnings. The other half goes to our awesome friend, Junior League of New Orleans, our charity partner here this month. So please get a whole lot of crawfish and chuck them in that pot and help out yourself and our friends at Junior League of New Orleans. Okay, after review, the refs have determined that the no call will stand. No destruction of pack penalty will be given. That means Big Easy will lose their review for the remaining 2 minutes of the game. And of course, that means from this point out, Derby fans, every jam could possibly be the last jam of the game. So we're going to get lined up to jam 24 for a second half. And away we go, your jammers report chop sandwich for Carolina up against Rest in Pieces, Big Easy. And chop to the outside. Lee Jimmer going to go to Carolina. Penalty assessed to Carmina Pirana. And pork chop sandwich not looking for points, going to call it off instead. She might have got one. We're waiting to see. Conferring here, our jam ref, Scruff McDuff, conferring with the outside pack refs. See how many points pork chop sandwich may have earned. Three points given the pork chop sandwich. Your score now 283 for Big Easy, 50 for Carolina. And Animaniac will jam for Big Easy against Ginger Clobbers for Carolina. And Ginger Clobbers to the outside, through for Lee Jammer. Remember, folks, if the period clock expires during a jam, we go to jam time. Jam will be called off. 2 points picked up by Carolina. 283 to 52 now, 30 seconds flat to go. For all intents and purposes, folks, this is pretty much going to be the last jam of the game. So let these two teams hear you. Give them some applause. Give them some love. Come on. Off we go. Outbreak Mego jamming for Carolina and for Big Easy jamming. That is Reese's Cutter Cup number 1989. Reese knocked to the inside, going to reset back behind Fanny Pack-a-Punch. Meanwhile, Outbreak Mego working on the inside, trying to get through the front of the pack. Both teams' defense is setting up shop right here, keeping these jammers from getting through. Reese trying to push that Carolina brace 2-wall forward. Meanwhile, Mego tried to go to the inside. Blocked out by Frida Beast. Penalty picked up by Carmina Pirana. We still have not gotten a lead jam. We're almost a minute into this jam. Period clock has expired, so we're going to be going on jam time. And Outbreak Mego is through and earns lead for Carolina. After over a minute of skating. And looks like we have a completed star pass by Big Easy to Maggie McChaos. And Chaos through at the front, trying to get around the last blocker. Outbreak Mego tries to go to the outside. Butts up against Frida Beast. And meanwhile, Maggie McChaos looking for points. Track cut penalty assessed. Jam is called. 3 points for Carolina. And Derby fans, we have an unofficial final score. Please wait until the score is made official before coming to trackside. But by the looks of it, I believe we do have a winner pretty much decided in a very, very fun and exciting game. And that is your final score, Derby fans. Your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars 283, Carolina Roller Derby 55. Give it up for your winners, the Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars. And give it up for our friend, Carolina Roller Derby. Thank y'all, ladies. Good game. Thank y'all. All right, Derby fans, great game. Your Big Easy Roller Girls All-Stars come away with the victory. Don't go too far, though. We have one game to go in our doubleheader as your Big Easy Roller Girls second line takes on Acadiana Roller Derby. Make sure you visit our merch table. Make sure you visit our baked goods table. And we're back. Make sure you visit our merch table. Make sure you visit our baked goods table. Visit our friends at Junior League in New Orleans who are here right when you enter.